Right now, the United Nations chief is saying they're going to place Israel on the list of shame. Imagine this year, one year not going to work out properly. Greetings and salutations, yeah, to all nations. Look here, me I talk about all of my Jamaicans, them all over the place, all my Africans, them all the Haitians, them all the Yemens, them. People, them we get this right now, more, we say them are Israeli and Palestinian, go and subscribe to the Rastaman channel. It's your favorite Jamaican here on the internet, it's Rastafari Soldier. Yeah, after the UN chief says that they're going to place Israel on the list of shame, people run out and I go on like them, I use them brain. Anthony Guterres to put the state on the blacklist. Yeah, me I talk about the Israeli them. June 7th was announced in a move that's certain to exacerbate the tension between Jerusalem and the United Nations. Secretary General Anthony Guterres will place Israel on the annual so-called list of shame. When me I talk about each year, Guterres compiles a list of countries that armed groups that he deemed to have committed grave violence against children during the conflict and delivers a report to the matter. And the UN Secretary Council on mid-July, the senior Israeli diplomat officials confirmed that to the Jewish News in the world here, an early media report that Guterres has informed Israel that he will place them on the list of shame. Now, today, this is from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, says that Israel is, today, UN has added Israel itself to a blacklist for history joining the support of murderous Hamas. So the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu states that per a translation in English that the office provides that IDF is the most moral army in the world. No delusion UN decision will change that. While the list carries no penalty, the fallout could be immensely damaging, with Israel at risk of decreased diplomatic standings and jeopardize themselves of being placed under sanction, arms embargo, and boycott. 66 countries and groups, including Russia and Myanmar military, appeared on last year's list as Guterres resisted pressure to add Israel. But the high youth casualty toll Hamas claim Gazans have suffered from Israel control offensive following the Hamas October 7th massacre, combined the increasing deterioration relationship between Guterres and Israeli government appear to have factored into the decision. As Stephen Dujarric, a spokesman for Guterres, refutes to commitment to the Jewish News, confirming Guterres' decision, other than to say we can expect the report to go to the Secretary Council on its due date. A spokesman for Israel's mission to the United Nations also declined to comment. While it appeared that Israeli government is planning to respond to the report released following months of failed talks and pressure, the subject is head to the Israeli opposition. Yasser Atid party leader Yair Lapid said in a statement that putting the state of Israel on the blacklist is a serious and baseless political step by the UN Secretary General, who has long since lost all moral direction. Now, I want you to hear this man here speaking on morality, families and friends, as we know that it was a horrific day when the Hamas operatives running on the Israelis them. Imagine Could you even imagine that? Now, here you have the representative here for Israel. And I'm going to tell you straight up, we're not listening nothing what the United Nations has said. Imagine people wanting to chime in on this. The United Nations is supposed to be a world body that's supposed to police all these illegality that's going on in Palestine. But I guess they're being told that you can't tell with nothing.
I'm shocked and disgusted by this shameful decision of the Secretary General. Israel's army is the most moral army in the world. So this immoral decision will only aid the terrorists and reward Hamas. And I have to tell you another thing. The only one who is blacklisted today is the Secretary General, whose decisions since the war started and even before are rewarding terrorists and incentivizing them to use children for terror acts. And now Hamas will continue even more to use schools and hospitals, because this decision, shameful decision of the Secretary General, will only give Hamas hope to survive and will only extend the war and extend the suffering. Shame on him.
Now, families, Rastafari. Now imagine, family and friends, these are state officials that are supposed to be abiding by the international laws. And you hear what the man said? The only person that was placed on the blacklist or the list of shame, because when them say black, them always mean bad. The list of shame is the UN, the United Nations, that is supposed to be policing these nations, looking out for innocent women and children. They're the one that should be placed on the list of shame, says the spokesperson here for the IDF. And this is what has been going on, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the IDF and Israel seems to have this supremacy about themselves as the United States continue to back them with money and weapons to take out innocent children, women, and men. Yes, while it appears that the Israel government is planning to respond to this report released following a month of failure talks that pressured these people, these Israelis and Americans, to stop supplying money and weapons to the Israelis so they could stop massacring the Palestinians. Because when they're talking about the Palestinians and October 7, it's always a massacre. But when they're talking about what Israel has done, killed over 40,000, over 17,000 of them is our children. Now, they keep on saying that when Hamas murdered over 1,400 innocent citizens, women and children, that's not a correct number. They're lying. It's not over 1,400. It's more like 8. Unfortunately, those people died. But no one's talking about the oppression that my cousin them, the Palestinians, them been going through since the 1940s, as the European, England, France, Germany, Poland, and all other European nations kick out the Israelis, the Jewish people them, out of Europe. And these same people now are turning around acting like them want to blame Palestinians for the work that they done. Remember, people, it was Europe. It's Europeans, the same white people them. We are going like them and defend Jewish people. They're the one that created one of the wickedest situations in the world, the Holocaust. Listen, people, when Hitler, Poland, and America and England did a supply weapons, fuel, to remove these people and deal with them like a foal, ride them like donkey, and beat them like mule. Nobody never say nothing. But right now, they're acting as if the Palestinians were the one that were creating this heinous act. Now, as news drop, it's being said that 4 of the kidnapped Israelis has been rescued by IDF. This is the news where we are look for. Yoganti, these are the kind of news we are looking for. But ironically, this rescue occurred after the UN secretary start ramping up on these Israelis. Ladies and gentlemen, them people are just some wicked people. Me I gonna tell you straight up, when I'm looking on the screen, I'm seeing European. When we look on Netanyahu, that was schooled in Philadelphia, I am seeing Europeans. They're saying that hostages were rescued in central Gaza Saturday. The 4 were all kidnapped and then look good to me. Good job, Hamas, if Hamas really out there. Because in my little beanie brain, I read and I found out that the same Israeli them from Hamas. The same Israeli them Billy Tunnel them for Hamas. Israel forced rescue hostage held by Hamas since October in a raid on Gaza. Why them could not do it before? Saturday, while over 200 Palestinians were killed in an airstrike, the same era, according to Hamas officials, one of the bloodiest Israeli assaults of the war. It was not immediately clear if the hostage rescue and the Israeli airstrike were part of the same operation, but both took place in central Gaza. Al-Nusayrat, a densely built up after embattled area of the 8-month-old war between Israel and Hamas, the Palestinian territories rule Islamic group. Now, an Israeli military spokesman said that hostage rescue operation unfolded under fire in the heart of the residential neighborhood where he said Hamas had been hiding captive along Gazan civilian under guard by armed militants. Israeli force returned fire, including with airstrike, adding spokesperson Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari. An Israeli Special Force commander was killed during the operation, a police aide said. Israel named the rescue hostage as they came out as Noah Armani, 26, along Mejan, and 22, Andrea Kolzov, 27, Shalomi Ziv, 41. They were taken to the hospital for medical checks and were in good health, military said. They were all kidnapped from Nova Music Festival during the deadly raid by Hamas-led Palestinian military on Israel's town and village near Gaza on October 7, which precipitated the devastated war in Hamas-run enclaves. The Hamas raid killed some 1,200 people. Now it's 1,200 people, according to the Israeli authorities, and Israeli subsequent bombarded the invasion of Gaza, killing at least 36,000 Palestinians, according to an updated tally by the Territory Health Minister. Gunmen took around 250 hostages back in Gaza on October 7, and around 116 now left coastline enclaves, according to the Israelis. Now, including at least 40 who Israeli authorities have declared dead, because a lot of them got killed by them own Israeli. Israeli News 12 broadcast footage of Agmani reunited with her father, smiling and embracing him. video of Agmani kidnapping shows her shouting, "Don't kill me," as she was driven into Gaza on a motorbike. Circulated soon after she was taken October 7. Seemingly, Agmani was shown speaking by phone to Israeli President Isaac Herzog from the hospital, surrounded by families and friends, in footage released by the president's office. Another optics that the people them now go understand. Because at the end of the day, people, if these hostages are returned in good health, then that means that, Hamas and the so-called militants made sure they weren't hurt. Made sure they were taken care of for what it's worth. So again, for them to be painting the Hamas captives as some butchering crazy people, here they are. You look at them, they're looking clean. Very, very clean. More than likely, Hamas made sure these people weren't hurt because they know for what it's worth, that's all they had. People, more to believe in a comment on this, because it's being said that, the IDF, the Israeli military, is the best. Now, it's being reported that over 36,000 people have been killed. How many are Hamas? Women and children, doctors, the press, human rights, more than any other war in the last century. Imagine, people, they shut down Al Jazeera so nobody could know what's going on in the Middle East. Out of mind, out of sight, out of mind. Because they realize that the West is over entertaining, over drug. They have no attention span. So as the assault on the Palestinians continue, we will always play the blame game and shift in the narrative. But no one want to understand, nor admit that these are Europeans taken out of Europe by America, Germany, England, and other superpower with the plan of infiltrating the Middle East so they could keep an eye on Africa and steal all the resources through the Mediterranean. Imagine, look on them people that on the screen, appear white people, them that European. You could come from all over the world, come claim the Gaza land. But no worry, Jannah asleep, although the people are, because they scared. Cowards. Where all the Arab state? Where all the European nation? Where all the peace lovers? It has been left on the hands of college children in the United States to have a heart, to have a moral conscience, and to have these murderous people, this military and government, these Zionists that claims to be the chosen people. It's being played out right in front of us. They're nothing but criminals, nothing but murderers of children and women. Where are the army, or is the army that they're fighting against? Why they can go in now on foot and retrieve hostage? They could have long time ago, but instead they perpetuate these lies. They perpetuate the fact that they want these Palestinians removed from their land. And the United States of America, England, France, and all these colonialist mind, these Romans, are continuing to spread white supremacy worldwide. Oh, no, can't tell me that's not what this is. From the Bible, we're not lying. A pure white supremacy in the line in. And again, the mother of the world, my mother, the woman, my sister, my wife, my daughter, perpetuate the lie every Sunday and every Saturday. Who no claim to be these, high-level moral people, as they keep on saying, the IDF is the most moral army on the earth. Where they get that the statistic for what it's worth? Y'all been slaughtering people in the Middle East for years. from you go at Palestine from 1948. Uno been committing all kind of terroristic act on the Palestinian, blowing up their schools, church, mosque, all this time. And it's wide open now. So now the United States have to ban TikTok because TikTok had no skin in this game. And the people them on TikTok was showing what the American media has been hiding from the people. Innocent women and children, aid workers, doctors, news reporters, the most slaughtered in any war in the last 50 years. Imagine that. 2,000-pound bombs dropped on them, burning all the refugee camps. People, the lies continue as Europe and the Europeans, you may talk about white-faced people, use their media to set their agenda, and they will ban anything that you say in the favor of Palestinians and act like you're on some terrorist side. But me already know where no label me. Me a Jamaican. Me not afraid of people. Me not afraid of you. Listen, what I'm speaking on is truth, justice, and right. White people go on like for them life more expensive than any other people on planet Earth. And they will do wrong to make it right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deeprootstv, the UN chief, rightfully so, place Israel and the IDF army and the murdering regime on the list of shame. The list of shame shows that this military group or country has been suffering the little children and won't let them come unto me. You are gonna take. So it's Rastafari Soldier here, I'm telling the truth. Israel is a terror state. Israel is a terror state, and the biggest terrorist state in the world, the United States of America, has been supplying Israel, their local baby terror, with money, bombs, weapons, media coverage to continue a genocide in Palestine. The whole act is to remove these brown and dark-faced people and take it over, just like on a try with Iraq. Ladies and gentlemen, leave your comment on this one. Look at them, different shades and different nose, different lip. All of you come with no light skin and want to lie and take over Palestine. One of the oldest history known to mankind, the land of Canaan, the African cousin, on not taking the people them land because there's $14 trillion worth of natural gas in Gaza. You got the sea coast, all kind of resources. It's the same neo-colonial strategy to go over the world, pillage, murder, and steal from little boys and girls. Uno want to take away from my children's future, and the Palestinian children's future, and the African children's future, so your children could continue the white supremacy of pillaging the earth, scorching the earth, stealing from your brother. But like Bob Marley said, we don't know how. We and them are going to work it out. We don't know. We don't know how we and them are going to work it out. You are going to, Bob Marley says someone will have to pay for the innocent blood that they shed every day. Children, mark my word. You are going to, here you have Mr. Guterres, an upstanding man, the chief of the UN, and he have placed Israel on the list of shame. And here come America and the local IDF, Nazis, trying to use their brain. Uno just a try kill off all the brown and dark-faced people them off the planet. So uno can come in, come yam them food. And true uno have master the art of the fire. Uno thinks that show uno stronger. Uno right? Uno thinks that because uno mighty, uno right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ambush the Palestinian youth them. I don't expect no kind of repercussion. I don't respect no kind of reprisal. When they murder women and children, when they kill the little youth, them father and mother, what you think pump through the veins of the Palestinians? What you think pump through the veins of the Palestinians? The children are seeing their mothers and fathers and brothers being taken out by 2,000-pound bombs by the United States of America, sent to their partner, them local child in crime, the criminal mind of the IDF, who have been committing war crimes on the Palestinians for years, decades, and centuries, with the help and the backing of the United States terror state. Yes, I said it, the biggest terrorist on the planet, the United States. And number 2, England. Number 3, France. Number 4, I'm talking about Germany. Yes, proliferating crime. And them little baby number 5, Israel. Them know nobody else can fight them. Them have bomb, so them mighty, them strong. So even if you're right, them can done you and make you wrong. The state medias of these Nazi mind neo-colonialists, these wicked men that run the world, these evil men that kill the little boys and girls. I'm talking about the IDF. I'm talking about the world bully, the United States. Me fully pulley right now, because guess what? We have to take off the veil. We have to take off the scalp of our eye and stop acting like say we don't see what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. The red, white, and blue link up with the blue and white, the NATO blue, the NATO symbol, the world government, the author of globalization. No borders. Them run the planet. Rome is fully in effect as the Palestinian mothers and fathers, the children that are surviving this utter destruction of their past and their future, as they cry for help and the world turns a blind eye. The UN, the United Nations, that has been put together by these same follies, these same countries, has now placed the IDF and its killing machine, the Israeli apartheid terrorist regime, on the blacklist, on the list of shame, to show the people them who have any brain that Israel is a terror state, Israel is an apartheid state, and the United States of America is their father. Big up yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your comment on this one. Rasta had to get hot on it because I lie them I tell pan the UN and a wicked to the local youths them. Israeli youths. Remember, on the mother and father I leave in this war before them come to a peace and have some kind of humanity. They continue to perpetuate the violence against the innocent children of Palestine, continue to radicalize the people them, and when they become radicals, murder them and blame them for standing up like humans. You don't know say a blood run through them vein. Imagine, from them fingertip to them brain. Subscribe, like, and share to the Rastaman channel. Build up the Rastaman panel. Big up all the youths them worldwide. Bob Marley tell you, tell the children the truth. Tell the children the truth.
Deeproots when it's gun time for the action part.
Yeah. Cool on Jenna. Oh, you know about it, Papa? Fire,